this is Kavita Sani and I'm a legal intern of Lexin Company and I'm a law student of IME Law College. And today we are going to discuss about a new topic, which is contempt of court. And firstly we discuss about the recent cases. Recently, the Supreme Court of India initiated the proceedings of the criminal contempt of court against lawyer activist Prashant Bhushan. The contempt charges were lodged in the context of the comment made on social media targeting the current Chief Justice of India. The contempt power is needed to punish willful disobedience to court orders, civil contempt, as well as interference in the administration of justice and overtake and threat to and the judges. The reason why the contempt of court exists is to insulate the institution from the unfair criticism and prevent a fall in the judiciary and reputation in the public eye. However, this raises the dilemma between the part of contempt law that criminalizes anything that scandalizes or scandalizes the judiciary and freedom of speech and expression under Article 19. The current issue has once again brought into the focus on the need for reviewing the law on contempt of court. The contempt of court refers to the offence of showing disrespect to the dignity or authority of the court. The objective of the contempt is stated to be safeguard the interest of the public if the authority of the court is degenerated and public confidence in the administration of justice is weakened or eroded. The Supreme Court and High Court derived their contempt power from the Constitution. The Contempt of Court Act 1971 outlines the procedure in relation to investigation and punishment for contempt, and the Act divides contempt into civil and criminal contempt. Civil contempt refers to willful disobedience of an order of any court, and criminal contempt includes any act or publication which scandalizes the court, prejudices any judicial proceedings, interferes with the administration of justice, any other manner. Scandalizing the court broadly refers to the statements or publication which have the effect of undermining the public confidence in the judiciary. And here are some arguments against on it. Against civil liberties, a law of criminal contempt gets in conflict with India's democratic system, which recognizes freedom of speech and expression as a fundamental right. In this manner, the judiciary draws resemblance with the executive in using laws for chilling effect on freedom of speech. Former Justice of Supreme Court B.R. Krishna Iyer famously termed the law of contempt of court having a vague and wandering jurisdiction with uncertain boundaries. Contempt law, regardless of the public good, may be unwittingly trample upon civil liberties. Wide scope of contempt. The definition of criminal contempt in India is extremely wide and can be easily invoked, and also suo motu power of the court is to such proceeding only serve to complicate matters. Further, the Contempt of Court Act was amended in 2006 to add truth and good faith as valid defenses for contempt, but they are seldom entertained by the judiciary. International discourse of the contempt of court doctrine. Already, contempt has practically become obsolete in foreign democracy, with jurisdiction recognizes that in an archaic law. For example, England abolished the offences of scandalizing the court in 2013. Canada ties its text for contempt to real, substantial and immediate dangers for the administration. American court also no longer use the law of contempt in response to comments on judges on their legal matters. Arguments in favor of this contempt of court. High number of contempt cases. There still exists a number of civil and criminal contempt cases pending in various high court and Supreme Court. The high number of cases justify the continuing relevance of the contempt of court law. affecting judiciary reputation. Amendments in the definition of contempt may reduce the overall impact of the law and lessen the respect of people have for courts and the authority and function. Constitutional source of contempt of power. Supreme Court and High Court derive their contempt power from the Constitution. The Contempt of Court Act 1971 outlines the procedure in relation to investigation and punishment for contempt and impact on subordinate court. The Constitution allows superior court to punish for the contempt, and the Contempt of Court Act additionally allows the High Court to punish for contempt of subordinate court. And the Law Commission of India held that there is a need to train the provision regarding the contempt of court. However, it also recommended the definition of contempt in the Contempt of Court Act. Further, in the era of social media, besides the need to revisit the law on criminal contempt, even the test for contempt needs to be evaluated. So that's all for today. I hope you guys like this video. So do like, share, comment, subscribe the channel. Thank you.